Good morning, everyone. Fellowship of the Clouds, people of the internet, YouTube subscriber people, people that aren't subscribed people, people that are just waking up, people that have already been up, whoever you are. Happy New Year, I suppose. We call it a new year. This is day one of what we're saying is 2024. The collective of people in modern society, I guess. A lot of times I don't give a lot of credence to whatever day of the week it is half the time because my schedule is so open in the sense that every day I'm just doing pretty much the same stuff and I don't ever have a whole lot. Unless I have appointments or something then, or for instance, if I get paid on a certain given day, but most of the time I don't know for sure I got paid until it got there on that day. But that changes the whole outlook of how I see the whole day. I usually come to acknowledge the name of the day and know what day I'm in because of said appointment or pay day, stuff like that. I'll even, know the date because it's something that's a little more, but I do understand. Over the past year, I've come to better understand why it was kind of changed from me being the gift-giving scribe to Sage of the Eternal Moment. My main, the shift was that I start focusing on the moment, and that's how you stay in that eternal moment is whatever moment you find yourself in. For instance, me right now drinking a little bit of coffee and instant coffee at that, and I'm going to read y'all the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff, but I kind of am throwing in there just a few reflections, I guess, but this will be number 44 out of the book, Understand Separate Realities. I read this to myself yesterday. I actually started recording a video yesterday and then got a phone call right about 3 minutes. About at this time that we're at in the video today, yesterday, about that many minutes in, a phone call came in, and then and when that happens, a lot of times I'm caught off guard, and I don't really know what's going on until I see it pop down. Because I even said in the video, I'm getting a phone call, but I wasn't going to answer it, and then I decided I better just go ahead and answer it and do the video later, and I never got around to getting anything recorded yesterday after that. So, and I didn't do anything spectacular for New Year's Eve or anything. I still didn't drink, so that's a good thing. I'm drinking coffee, but I didn't drink alcohol. I did toy with the idea there for a minute of maybe possibly still dabbling back into my old way, and I didn't. So, understand separate realities. While we're on the subject of being interested in the way other people do things, let's take a moment to discuss separate realities. If you've traveled to foreign countries or seen depictions of them in movies, you are aware of vast differences among cultures. The principle of separate reality says that the differences among individuals is every bit as vast. Just as we wouldn't expect people of different cultures to see or do things as we would, in fact, we'd be disappointed if they did. This principle tells us that the individual differences in our ways of seeing the world prohibit this as well. It's not a matter of merely tolerating differences, but of truly understanding and honoring the fact that is literally can't be any other, that it literally can't be any other way. Honoring that fact. I've seen an understanding of the principle change lives. It can virtually eliminate quarrels. When we expect to see things differently, when we take it as given that others will do things differently and react differently to the same stimuli, the passion we have for ourselves and for others rises dramatically. The moment we expect otherwise, the potential for conflict exists. I encourage you to consider deeply and respect the fact that we are all very different. When you do, the love you feel for others as well as the appreciation you have for your own uniqueness will increase. Yeah, that's definitely a good reading there. I liked it yesterday. I like it today, yeah, there's the reality that I'm in every day in my own head, and then there's also really like proving another reality of someone else's. But I see what you have to take a perspective sometimes of, okay, other people see things differently. They don't always see the way I see it. We never can completely see 100% ever totally the way another person sees it, because I'm not seeing through your eyes and you're not seeing me through you're not looking at the world through me, and I'm not looking at the world through you. Now when I look upon you, I'm seeing reflected back on me part of me. So in a way we may be able to relating it more in that sense, but unless you probably have some sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth sense above the five natural senses that we know of, then you might not be able to actually visually see through. It would be interesting. Maybe I sound like I'm babbling, but not really. I've been thinking since the other day when I said I thought about doing a video of contemplating life, reflecting on life, because Saturday I turned 50 Earth years. I just have yet to do that. But this video, I'm taking the time before the reading and now just to kind of talk a little bit about some ideas. And that was just one of them, one of the ideas there about reality. And but I think if we go back to the reading before that one, which this one was kind of relating back to itself, you think about, so you're seeing that people do things differently, and then you accept a part of you accept the idea that their reality is different than my reality in the sense of where they're seeing it and viewing it from their viewpoint in their own mind. I can't totally understand completely, but I can see that they see things differently, maybe based on choices and ways they're living or doing things in their life. Just like someone may be able to assess looking at my life and maybe see. Now, not totally 100%. We can get things when we're the outside looking in. It's easier to see things maybe sometimes, but sometimes we may also be completely off the map in our perception of a certain thing because we're not actually in it. Because when you are immersed totally in that certain experience or something, then your mind is preoccupied with that moment usually. Like I said, if you're immersed, that would mean something's going on pretty intensely, I would think. If it's you're not able to go outside of that particular moment you're in. And I like that feeling. Like right now, I'm not able to think too much past where I'm at other than sitting here making a video. So maybe I can think of some other things to reflect on. And I don't know, I might just, after being awake for a little while today, maybe I'll have some thoughts on after reading some more and stuff. I was reading scripture right before I did this video, and that was a nice thing. So I missed church yesterday, actual church, but I'm usually reading a little bit at least most days if I can. Some days more than others. I probably want to try to do more reading today from that. My newest Jack Reacher novel that I'm reading that actually is based on the newest season. But I've done watched the season, the TV part of it, but it's still interesting because the book has more detail. It's just reading is a little bit different. The people doing the show are doing pretty well at getting a good adaptation to the characters. So, but I have rambled enough. That wasn't really nothing important to be talking about. But the other stuff, I think, has some credibility to the thoughts that I put out there. I'm always welcoming your comments. It doesn't matter really what exactly it is, if it's just a hello and hey, or if it's an in-depth insight into something I shared on a video. Occasionally somebody comes up with a few of why the particularly watching the video helped them or whatever was going on at the time. So that's really cool. Everybody's in different places. So let's send some good vibes out there. Be kind to everybody that you possibly can be. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Some people are pretty rude. But I've been rude myself before. You catch me on a grumpy day, and that's no excuse. So for me, I try my best not to be that way as much as possible. Till next time, Greycloud Sage of the Eternal Moment, over and out. Ditto.